Hi guys, welcome to this video. We are going to learn about Kreb cycle. So this whole Kreb cycle is an 8-step process, and this Kreb cycle is also known as TCA, tricarboxylic acid cycle, and also citric acid cycle. So it occurs in the matrix of mitochondria and under aerobic conditions. Step 1. The first step, as we all know that the glucose was first oxidized into pyruvate. That was the first stage. And then stage 2 was pyruvate with the help of enzymes and NAD plus. It was transformed into acetyl CoA. Now this acetyl CoA enters into the Kreb cycle. Okay. And this acetyl CoA, see, the first step is the condensation of the acetyl CoA with the 4-carbon compound oxaloacetate. So they both, with the help of enzyme name is, hence the citrate is synthesizing here. So the enzyme's name is citrate synthetase. It is easy to remember this way, synthetase. So citrate has been formed now. Now citrate is going to transform into isocitrate in the next step, that is step 2. Citrate is converted to its isomer. So it is an isomer. So citrate is converted to its isocitrate isomer, and the enzyme here which is responsible for this is aconitase. Okay. Now step 3 is isocitrate undergoes dehydrogenation and also decarboxylation. So CO2 is also released here. It is not shown here, but CO2 is also released here. And NAD plus converted to NADH plus H plus. Okay. So a kind of dehydrogenation is occurring here. So NADH2 is formed here. And CO2 is also a product here in step number. So isocitrate undergoes dehydrogenation and it forms what? 5-carbon compound, that is alpha ketoglutarate. Okay, because one carbon is released here in the form of CO2. So this was 2-carbon compound and this is 4-carbon compound. They both form 6-carbon compound. And this is also an isomer, so it is also a 6-carbon compound. But this here is a 5-carbon compound, since the carbon compound, one carbon has been released in the form of CO2. So this 5-carbon compound here also. So this is a step number 4. The alpha ketoglutarate, which is a 5-carbon compound, it undergoes oxidative decarboxylation. Okay, oxidative decarboxylation. So here also the CO2 has been released here and CO2 will release from here also. So CO2 will release from here also, oxidative carboxylation. Okay. Now, what else is happening here? Again, the reaction is catalyzed dehydrogenase enzyme. Okay, the enzyme which was responsible for the previous reaction was isocitrate dehydrogenase. Since the dehydrogenation is occurring here, so the dehydrogenase enzyme is also responsible for the same. So dehydrogenase enzyme is responsible here. Okay, and NADH2 was formed and CO2 was released. Here also, this 5-carbon compound, the CO2 has been released, and here also the oxidative decarboxylation occurred and dehydrogenase enzyme is also responsible. So, alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase enzyme is responsible. So, enzymes are very easy to remember since they all resemble the product itself. Okay. So, one molecule of CO2 is released and also NAD plus is released or is converted to NADH2. Okay. Now, the product is, what is the product here? Succinate. One step is missing here. Before this succinate coenzyme A comes. Okay. So this alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, it converts alpha ketoglutarate in the form in the next succinate coenzyme A. And the next step, this succinate coenzyme A forms succinate. So during this process, the enzyme succinyl CoA synthetase is responsible. This enzyme catalyzes the reaction of succinyl CoA transformation to succinate. And this is coupled with substrate level phosphorylation of GDP to get GTP. So this is substrate level phosphorylation. It means one ATP formation occurs here. Now step 6 is succinate is oxidized by the enzyme dehydrogenase. So again dehydrogenase is responsible here. So succinate converts to fumarate. But since the dehydrogenase enzyme is responsible, then again FADH2 is formed here. Okay. So step 6 is complete. Now fumarate, we have fumarate and it gets converted to malate. Again, one malate is missing here. So fumarate to malate, and this whole reaction is able to catalyze by an enzyme fumarase. Step number 8, this malate which was formed here by the enzyme fumarase, this malate is dehydrogenated to form xaloacetate, which combines with another molecule of acetyl CoA and starts the new cycle again. So this is how this whole reaction occurs. Again, this acetyl CoA oxaloacetate citrate synthetase was responsible here and citrate was formed. Then here aconitase was responsible so that the isomer isocitrate can be formed. Then here dehydrogenase was responsible. Since everywhere this dehydrogenase comes, you'll get a NADH or you will get FADH2. Okay, so here you are getting NADH2. Now alpha ketoglutarate forms succinate coenzyme A, and then succinate coenzyme converts into succinate, and here also succinate dehydrogenase enzyme comes and FADH2 you'll get. Then fumarate to malate, malate to oxaloacetate, and here also malate dehydrogenase comes. So you will get NADH2 again. So you will have to remember that when glucose was oxidized into pyruvate, two molecules of pyruvate was there. And when formation of acetyl CoA was formed, then two acetyl CoA was formed. Here, this acetyl CoA is only one. So, this cycle is occurring 2 times. Okay, so the product you will get will also multiply. For example, if you are seeing here that NADH2 is only 1, this cycle will occur 2 times. So, the amount of products will also be double. So, CO2, you will get CO2 here once. So, this will also double. Okay, so the whole net ATP production. Let's see the whole net production. When glycolysis occurs, we all know that 2 ATP was produced only. Only 2 ATP. And when pyruvate molecule, 2 pyruvate molecule, 2 acetyl CoA molecule. So when the formation of 2 acetyl CoA form, we saw that NADH converted into NADH, which was also 2, right? This whole cycle occurs 2 times, so the product also doubles. So this is also 2. So during glycolysis 2 ATP, during this formation of acetyl CoA, you will get 2 NADH. Okay. Now in the Kreb cycle, what we have seen is, we have seen here this ATP, it will be double, since the whole cycle will occur 2 times. So ATP is 2 times. Okay. ATP is 2 times. Why 6 NADH? Let's see. So you will get NADH here, 1 NADH, okay? Or you can say it will get double. So 2 NADH here, 2 NADH here, and 2 NADH here. So total 6 NADH are here. And how many FADH? 2 FADH. Since this acetyl CoA will again, like 2 times this cycle will occur. So total 2 ATPs, 6 NADH2 and 2 FADH2. Okay, so the net production is how many ATPs and how many NADH and how many FADH. So glycolysis gave 2 ATPs and 2 NADH2. Acetyl CoA formation gave us 2 NADH and 0 ATP, 0 FADH. And Kreb cycle gave you 2 ATPs, 6 NADH2s and 2 FADH. So total is 4 ATPs, 10 NADH and 2 FADH so far. Okay. So this is the net ATP production in all these cellular respiration processes. Thank you so much.